Assemblyman Weber.
On the bill, Mr. Speaker. Speaker, we are about to vote on two bills in the next few minutes that increase the state budget by over $70 million. It's an important day, and I think it's important about what it's going to say about our body, where we want to take the state of New Jersey, and what our responsibilities are to our constituents. Our economy is not just in crisis, Mr. Speaker. The state budget is as well. We tried to close a $2 billion state budget deficit this past spring. We're expecting a $400 million revenue shortfall in this fiscal year, and the governor's told us we're expecting a $4 billion deficit next spring. And yet here we are today spending more money from the state treasury without offering any corresponding spending cuts. These are, I'm sure, worthy projects that we could ordinarily support, but not at this time, not without corresponding spending cuts. No matter how worthy, the bottom line is here that we're still spending money that belongs to the taxpayers. And this is how we got in trouble in the first place. We've increased the state budget, Mr. Speaker, over $10 billion in the last 6 years. The problem is, I contend the problem is not how much we're spending, but how we're spending it. And if these projects are worthy, then I suggest that $10 billion over the last 6 years, we could have found a way to fund them. There's an old saying that says, the first thing you have to do when you're in a hole, Mr. Speaker, is to stop digging. But the first thing we seem to be doing is to continue to dig by spending more. We did this earlier this year when we took a state that was already in debt by over $35 billion and we decided to borrow more to build schools. Without voter approval, I might add. We were wrong then and we're wrong today if we vote to spend more of the taxpayers' money. Now, there was a point just made by my colleague, others will make it on the floor, I'm sure, that we're trying to help people in the lower end of the socioeconomic spectrum with some of the spending. We're trying to help people at the higher end of the socioeconomic spending, of the socioeconomic ladder. And what are we doing to help the middle class? We're doing nothing for them. The truth is that we are doing something for them, Mr. Speaker, or more accurately, we're doing something to them. We're handing them the bill for all of these spending programs. That's not right, and that's not compassionate, no matter how much we talk about being compassionate in a time of economic crisis. We're going to make bad problems worse in this state if we continue to spend without finding a way to fund our programs. A true compassion today would be fulfilling our responsibility as legislators to get our fiscal house in order and turn this economy around. We live in a great state. Wonderful people, productive people, proud people. But as you and I know, we watch too many of our colleagues, our neighbors, our family members leave for other states. And they do that because New Jersey is simply unaffordable these days. And it's unaffordable because we tax people too much. And we tax people too much because we spend too much. And yet today, all we want to do is spend more. Our contention, Mr. Speaker, is that to be truly compassionate to the people of the state of New Jersey, what we do is stop spending, start cutting. We've put on the table over $1 billion worth of spending cuts. To be compassionate, we would stop taxing and cut people's taxes. And we've offered tax cuts now that exceed $1 billion. We could stimulate the economy in New Jersey by letting people keep more of their own money instead of spending it for them. So I rise in opposition to this bill, Mr. Speaker, and I'll be opposing all other spending increases that don't at least have some spending offset. Thank you.